that's one thing that I'll always love about Anthony is he always appreciated you for you, and that's why you were there. And
Yeah, he seems to accept people like just, I don't know, as they are. He's him no matter what, and I feel like he can make a good show around anybody, you know.
Mhm.
He can make everybody look good.
I was always honored that I got the job, and I always truthfully was surprised. And not that I didn't bring anything there, and I came in as a third mic to him and Artie. And, there's so much drama and things that happen but Anthony was never the cause of any of it. And that's something that he just doesn't like drama. He's not that guy. And I don't think Crowder's that guy either, but Crowder's willing to create the drama if it's something that he's willing to die on a hill for. And you're going to get people to hate you. It's not that they're just going to disagree with you. He's willing to literally take bullets for his cause. And that's not something you see in a lot of people. That's why when they've even asked me at shows, people who are like, they enjoy the show, but they're like, he's kind of a grifter, right? Like, he's not really, people will say that and accuse him of that online. And it's like, no, he's one of the most genuine people I've met.
Yeah, you can't, I mean, if he were grifting, it's like he would be a lot safer with his takes. He wouldn't, I mean, didn't he invent the whole, like, something, change my mind? Like, that was him, right?
Yeah, there are only two genders, change my mind.
Yeah.
Assault rifles shouldn't be illegal, change my mind. Whatever, he's gone. And people also accuse him of going and fighting against younger people at colleges, people that are, that they think is easy to debate. And it's like, no, those are the people, though, that are causing the issues.
Mm-hmm.
They're the ones that are protesting and rioting. And that's like Berkeley used to be a great school. Then it just turned into a bunch of people trying to destroy everything and everyone, not have a conversation, push an agenda. Like, that's who you go to. You go to the people that don't want to see you.
Yeah, it really feels like all colleges and universities, like, well, I graduated in like 2005, and that was when it was starting to get a little bit social justice-y to me, but it was still this place of like, oh, everyone's open-minded, you're learning a lot, it's higher education. Now it's like, it just feels like a kind of an army, like the woke students in a university feels like they're building an army for something.
Yeah. And I remember being somewhat woke. Like, I only went to community college for a year in Second City, but the stuff that we're doing now as comics was considered like the liberal version of it in 2001, 2002, like when I started there, where it's flipped somehow, where speaking truth to power, actual power, not becoming a spokesperson for Amazon and Walmart and all these companies, becoming a don't question pharmaceutical companies.
Yeah, listen to people smarter than you. Like, I hate all these phrases and sayings that the celebrities have been saying.
In what way is that any sort of liberal thought? It doesn't make any sense to me. The whole thing is you should be questioning authority, and you make fun of who's in power. That's the idea, too, with a comic. You make fun of the people more powerful than you. You don't agree with everything that they say and push it on the people that don't. I mean, that's what it's become. We have two people who are running this country who I personally feel shouldn't be. And I personally feel probably didn't get there legitimately.
No, I think most people can agree on that. I feel like it's probably low key still Obama time, but I appreciate Crowder's style of like getting in there, and you kind of do have to shake the hornet's nest, because it's not enough to just fire back an opposing opinion on Twitter or even on your show. It's like you have to get in there and make people think. So whether it's like setting up a sort of like debate lemonade stand, or speaking at schools, it's like you have to break apart what is sort of established, and you have to force people to think, because if you just come at them with a difference of opinion, it's so easy to swat that away and be like, no, I'm right, you're wrong. You have to make somebody think and explain their point.
Well, absolutely. And the internet's turned it into something where you don't actually have to explain your point or have a conversation, or really do the most important thing during a conversation, which is listen to the other person. It's allowed you to get rid of all of that. So the only thing is me screaming my point at you and you're wrong if you don't agree. And most people's points are just rhetoric. They're not actual original thought. And that's something that is I think missing from our society completely. I think people are so afraid of the response of others that they don't want to be that honest. They don't want to be that open. And that's why we're living what we have now. I mean, why do you think most people wear the mask? Because they're afraid of a germ, or because they're afraid somebody's going to hurt them? It's because somebody's going to hurt them.
I think it dials down like the stakes of the whole day. Like if you're somebody who's walking around all day with a mask on, like I think it lowers the standard for what kind of a day you're going to have, what you're going to accomplish. Like you're not going to really put yourself out there. If you're a single person, you're less likely to like chat up a stranger. You're like, I don't know. It's just everything is dialed way down.
Well, everything about you being an individual is taken away. And any ability to smile in a conversation or any sort of nuance is stolen from you. You just become another thing. That's it.
A cog. Yeah. A consumer. It's like, and like what we were saying before, like people, I just know for myself, like, and I've had to fight against this feeling like not wanting to debate. It comes from a place of like nobody wants to sound stupid or misinformed or like, oh, I've been outed. Like I'm not as smart as I like to come across, or I haven't read as much as I want people to think. Behold, look at all my books. I haven't read all these.
Yes, I have some under a TV. I haven't. There's Mike Malice's there. I read it.
Oh, yeah.
I understood probably at least 10 or 11 pages.
I'm reading the his new anarchy book now, and it's like I'm still in the part where it's like other people's essays and feels a little dense, but it's definitely interesting stuff.
Yeah, I don't pretend that I enjoy books about music and rock and bands and very simple biographies. It's just stuff that I like, and I like just hearing other people's opinions. I'll read their opinions. Like right now I'm reading David Mamet's book. I didn't know that he was a conservative, but he became one. So, and because I love Glengarry Glen Ross and what is it? Homicide was a movie that he made that I really liked with Joe Mantegna. That's right. I like that stuff, and I like to just see what people's opinions are, why they became who they are, because I'm still trying to figure all this out. A lot of this doesn't make sense to me, and over the last few years, people can say it's red-pilled or anything else. It's just I'm trying to follow where the logic goes and to where I feel that it'll be safer for my son, and I think a lot of people feel that way regardless of what side you're on. But I just like to, I don't know, I like to hear what other people have to say.
Logic and listening. How masculine of you.
Yes, I try.